Hey, if it is you and it is we,
It must be Tom ATV.
we are here to, well, we're excited because we're going to Universal's Epic
Yes, the new
Universe.
park. We're excited.
At least we thought we were going.
On opening day.
And as it turns out, we shall explain. So, yeah, I mean, I've made,
So, what were some of the confusion?
yeah, some of the confusion. Two huge mistakes with Universal this year. So, take it from the experts.
Confusing, yeah.
So, Epic Universe is opening, and we're excited. We watched this thing get built.
For 5 years.
And I mean, forever. And we're excited to go. So, long story short, I call Universal because I'm trying to figure out how do I get tickets for opening day. It's apparent the only way to get a ticket for opening day is to buy a hotel package with Universal.
We did.
So we did. I bought that, and I bought that way back on February. No, um, I bought that a long time ago. It was February 1st. On February 1st of this year, I bought the hotel package because talking to Universal on the phone, the only way to guarantee yourself a ticket to get in to Epic Universe on opening day was to get a hotel package, which we did. So we're at Universal's Endless Resort, so we're going down, so we're flying down on the 21st, and we buy and we're staying to the 25th or 26th, can't remember.
25th.
But to 25th. And then we get 2 days at the other parks and 1 day at Epic Universe. Now, it has you on the reservation, you declare the first day of your vacation, which is the tickets would be good, which we, of course, said was the 22nd, which is opening day of Epic Universe.
May 22nd, 2020.
Now, it doesn't say anything beyond that. It says you got two tickets to two-day passes to the other two parks and 1 day Epic Universe. And that's where it ends. And I've read the fine print at least 10 times now. Because as I got on with Universal and was complaining, long story short, we're not going to be there on opening day. We are not going to be at Epic Universe on opening day. And we're trying to be positive about it because...
But that sucks. They should have told us when we bought these tickets.
Yes.
The day of.
They didn't. And it was nowhere on the website. Because it's very simple. If they would have said... Well, here's the problem, folks. When you buy one of these hotel things and it's a 3-day pass, but only one of the days is for Epic Universe... You have to use the other two passes first before you can use the Epic Universe pass. The Epic Universe pass, I was told yesterday, has to go last. And this is devastating.
Yeah.
Because had they told me that on the phone, had it been apparent on the website, and it was not, and is not, then I would have changed the trip because we could have flew in on the 18th.
Yeah.
Went to studios on the 19th. Went to, however you want to bake it. We would have changed our plans. So our last day of our trip was at Epic Universe on opening day, the 22nd. We could have went to the other two parks on the 21st and the 20th. Easy peasy. Okay, so Mr. Customer Service Universal, who, by the way, subscribed to Tom ATV because I can't complain.
Thanks
for subscribing. But so you can call to buy a new hotel package, or you can call to change the hotel package you have. Okay, can I move it up? Can I somehow? He says, if I cancel the trip we have out of the system because the tickets are completely sold out for opening day on the 22nd. They're sold out for the 23rd, the 24th. we're not going to get any. We're not going to get into Epic Universe at all.
On the 22nd.
Yes. So we fly in on the 21st. So the thought occurred to me. Okay, we fly in on the 21st. We run over to Universal. We go into each park on the 21st in the evening, leaving the Epic Universe pass for opening day because it's the only thing left that we didn't use.
Mm-hmm.
He did not know the answer to that and wasn't going to stick his neck out. Can't blame him because I don't. It's not that nobody doesn't know what's going on over there. It's you're getting pretty technical as to how things work. So, what should we do? Now, what I think we're going to try that. I think we're definitely going to go over.
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go over. We're going to step foot both in Hollywood Studios and then use our tickets, not our annual passes, which is the other big mistake we made. So, um, my hope is I'm trying to connive away on a short trip to go to Epic Universe on 2 days. Okay, I'll get to this in a minute. So I think we get there, we touch base in each park. We can't go to one. We got to go to both. Let's take our 3 tickets. One's for Epic Universe, and it has to be used last, apparently. Even though it does not say that anywhere in the reservation. It doesn't say that. It never said it on the website. They didn't tell me when I asked all the questions. Oh, Mr. Thompson, make sure, by the way, right?
Nothing.
And he said, so the guy on at Universal says, hey, I might be doing you a favor because maybe they're still working out the kinks over there. Maybe I'm doing you a favor. Maybe if you go on the 3rd day, that's going to be doing you a favor rather than the first day where you get clobbered and nothing happens.
So I'm thinking.
Which is a really good point. But I said, well, you don't have a YouTube channel that told everybody we're going to be there on opening day. And he goes, oh, shh, S word. And then what's your channel? I'll subscribe, which he did. Which was, so he couldn't have been nicer and more professional. But what makes you mad is, he says, that's a common misconception. This is happening all day long. And you know what I believe? I'm just going to go out on a limb here. I believe that this isn't even true. It didn't say it at the time. No one gave us that advice. When you buy your tickets, make sure if you want to get an Epic Universe on opening day, that is the last of the 3 tickets you use. So arrange your trip accordingly. It didn't say it on the website. It doesn't say it in the fine print here on the reservation. So I'm just pissed. So did I get on to just vent? Yeah, probably. But we're going to be positive.
We're going to stay positive.
Because we're going for the opening part.
Right.
But, we didn't get there.
And you know what? It could be doing us a favor.
Maybe.
With being so busy on the 22nd opening day, we probably won't even be able to get on a ride.
But it's going to be the same busy on the 23rd, the 24th, the 25th, the 26th,
don't know that.
the 27th.
All we can hope, fingers crossed,
we
can
know that.
get in there and.
Well, yeah, but so who knows? I mean, the other day PC Dev's on, and I've met him a number of times. He would look at me and go, "I know you," kind of a thing. But great guy, but he's like him, Rick Flex. They're all saying maybe this first year is not the time to go. And I'm not sure we're saying that because we need to go. But we can see from watching our favorite vloggers that it's a struggle. But technical rehearsals are meant to be a struggle. But when Dev's there and only 3 of the rides are working, we're a little worried about what this is going to be like. Okay. So, but we're going to go, we're going to shoot the whole thing, take you through all the lands in 4K. we're gonna try and get on. I mean, it looks like the Ministry of Magic is gonna be tough, but we'll try.
Yeah.
But we can certainly wait in line to get on Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, we can certainly wait in line to get on Stardust Racers. So, if I can get on a couple rides and then show everybody everything and just eat some food. The food looks like it's an absolute knockout. It's awesome. Everybody is loving it.
Yeah, a lot of great reviews.
Very excited about that.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be positive about it. Now, let me tell you the other super dumb thing. So, we live in Colorado now, and instead of living in Florida and the grandkids coming to see us as much as they can, which was a lot, it was good. We moved back to Colorado to be by the grandkids, and now we go to Orlando, like they came to see us. So now we go to Orlando. So I bought on February 1st 2 12-month premier adult passes to Universal, because it comes with the ability to go to the pass holder preview. And at the time I bought them, no one knew when pass holder preview was going to be. See, I thought they were going to do pass holder previews right up till the day before the grand opening. Mm-hmm. Which at the time it wasn't true, because they were going to take like weeks off where no one was in the park getting ready for opening. And to tell you the truth, right now it's so confusing. I can't tell you what, is it going to be closed some days before or what? But I was sneaky. I was trying to get into Epic Universe I was trying to arrange our trip so we could get into Epic Universe on a pass holder preview, then be there for opening day. And I just thought there might be some more advantages, that we could get more tickets, that maybe in one trip I could go on the hotel pass that I bought, the hotel package that I bought. I could get in on opening day. I could go on a pass holder preview, and maybe I could go another time on my annual pass privilege to buy a ticket. So maybe we could go 3 days on one trip, and we're really lucky to get in there for one day. But it looks most likely Epic Universe opens on the 22nd. Worst case scenario, we're there on the 24th. But if we can pull some shenanigans, and on the evening of the 21st, just touch base on the other two parks. Because while we're there getting our passes for Epic Universe at the window, right? You could go to the kiosk, but we'll go to the window, because we need to activate our annual passes. Here's the other terrible Universal policy. On February 1st, I buy annual passes so I can get my privileges of buying tickets. And the fact of the matter is, you cannot activate your annual pass over the phone. You have to show up at the park
with an ID.
Yes. So I'm thinking, so now I want to, because we could have put another little trip in there where we came down as soon as pass holder preview started. But it says, well, how can I risk airline tickets and hotels and a trip, and I don't really know if I'm actually going to get a ticket? I got to have tickets or I can't get on a plane. I mean, it's a long way, and it's expensive. So we couldn't do that. So unless they could activate the passes and sell me tickets right now, there was no extra trip there. So talk about mistakes. So I have 2 annual passes I've paid for since February 1st that haven't even been activated yet. So we're going to go there and activate them. So now here's the other thing. We've got a combo trip planned for October 13th, 14th, Epic Universe. We're going. Already bought tickets when the single tickets went on sale, because we wanted a combo October 13, 14, which works with family because the whole family's coming down a bunch. We're going to go Epic Universe 13, 14, HHN, the greatest event in theme parks.
It's going to be a great trip.
I mean, it is. It's still my screensaver. I mean, come on. So Epic Universe, HHN, it's gonna be epic. We've been to Halloween Horror Nights for I don't know more years than I can count, but the family has never been there. So this is so cool to bring somebody and see it through their eyes for the first time. So that's going to be neat. So, so one of those 2 days at Epic Universe on October 13th, 14th, to which we bought tickets, were supposed to be, well, and then the HHN, when HHN tickets go on, at least I could buy a ticket to HHN on my annual pass, because we've always got a free one. And I guess that is still going to be valid. Who knows? I probably screwed that up too. But
we can ask when we get there.
That's what we got. Yeah, so we're going to go in and see if there's any obvious shenanigans that can get us in the park on the 22nd, which may be a mistake. So maybe somebody's looking out for us up there. Yeah. And things are going to be way better on Saturday the 24th. I mean, we really don't have to worry about it's going to be too busy on the 24th because it's the weekend and everybody's there. No, it's not the way the new park works. X amount get in. But the worry is on the 22nd, it's full boat, more people than they've ever had in the park. And they're trying to run everything. And who knows? I mean, I remember when they opened Hagrid's, it was an absolute Hagrid's Magical Motorbike Adventure. It was an absolute disaster. And it was the ride, right? They're opening an entire park. And
which is good. I mean, you got
but look,
to go see.
It is what it is. I mean, when you buy a ticket for technical rehearsal, you can't really complain because they're telling you not everything's not ready. We don't know. Well, they're not saying this, but let me paraphrase. We don't know what of the rides are going to be open. Maybe they'll all be open, maybe just a few. And you're taking a bit of a chance. It just occurs to me, if they're taking a bit of a chance buying a ticket to go help them get things greased up and ready to roll, why wouldn't the tickets be less? Because you get less experience. They're not. So that's not nice. But when you've paid billions of dollars for a new park, I guess you need to start getting ticket revenue any way you can. So that's the two huge mistakes. What do you guys think? Who's going to be there on opening day? Did anybody else watching this video buy a hotel package expecting to use your Epic Universe ticket the first time? The first day of the thing, and then the other two you're going to go to the other parks? Or, I mean, are you finding this out from me for the first time? I mean, I'm sorry, but you know what? I thought you would ask me, what made you think you couldn't get into Epic Universe? Because it doesn't say this anywhere, right? I just smelled a rat. I don't know. I just thought, I'm very organized. I don't like surprises. I just want to. So I just called to make sure that I just called to talk to somebody. And when the guy says it's a common misconception, that tells me there's a big problem in universal communication, because I called, I websited, there's nothing about you have to use the Epic Universe Pass Last. It's not in there. It doesn't say it. I've read it a bunch, It does not say, by the way, right?
Right.
So this is a case where I think this is a case where it doesn't say, and therefore Universal can just change the rules and just tell you you can't get in. Can you imagine?
What would happen if we just showed up? We ought to do that.
I think if we just show up, we're not going to get in.
Well, let's try it and see.
Well, I guess we could, but I would rather, since he said you had to use the Epic Universe Pass last. Here's the other problem. When we declared on the website that our first day was going to be the 22nd, maybe our tickets to Universal, we got 3 tickets. Yeah, Universal. And it's really, it's a 2-day, 2-park pass to Universal and Islands. And it's 1 day at Epic Universe. So if I declared the start of those days was going to be the 22nd, I think we're sunk, because we could get into the parks on the 21st because we're going to activate our annual passes, but they're not the tickets that count to get the Epic Universe in. So the thing to try is ask them at the window.
Right. Maybe they'll let us in.
Maybe they'll let us use the 2-day, 2-park tickets on the 21st. Or what if at the crack of dawn we got into Epic Universe, or we got into the other 2 parks on, it's just trying to cram the trip all together. Yeah. So I don't know. You can see me scheming, trying to figure out how can I get in there on opening day. And it's probably not that important, right? I mean, there's a ton of videos inside the park. It's not like those that watch our channel haven't seen a little bit of it. But we just wanted to be there on opening day. I mean, and just take it in.
Sweet.
Because, it's probably going to be a little bit cumbersome and not everybody's going to be happy. But we would have been happy. We would have been happy just to walk around in there. If we get on 1 or 2 rides, we're going to be happy. We're going to eat some of the food and just take in the vibe. And I mean, some of our vlogger friends are going to be there. They know we're coming. Well, we're not going to be there. I mean, it doesn't look good. I don't know how to fix this. So now you know all the rules. If you have an idea, how do we get into Epic Universe on opening day, given our situation? Leave it down in the comments. Let's scheme together. Besides that, we're going to Epic Universe again in October. I don't have our opening trip to HHN done yet because they haven't started selling tickets. We know approximately when it's going to be. Mm-hmm. We could do some airline flights and stuff, but we really want to see on HHN if they're going to do the pass holder preview, or they're going to do the it wasn't the pass holder preview. It was the expensive 1-day preview where we went last year. It was fantastic. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, we ran into Tim Tracker and Jen, and we were just all agog about how great it was that there was nobody there. We're going through all the houses, and it was unbelievable. So if they do that again, we're going to be at it, and we'll also be at opening night of HHN. So that trip is not bought yet, but we're going to be there, and then we're going to hit it again. So that's our plan. We're sticking to it. Where else would you rather be than hearing complaining on Tom TV? That's going to do it. We'll see you in the next one. Actually, the next one's going to be...
We're there.
We'll see you in Orlando, everybody.
Be in Orlando. Yes.
Okay. See you then.